Hey everybody, it's Jennifer Elise with Equality TV, and you are watching Yes You Can, the show that encourages you to get out of your box and do something to make your little corner of the world a better place. And as a lot of you know, I went to Shawnee, Oklahoma last weekend, and we were there for 4 or 5 days, and we were on the ground and actually helping those that were in need after the tornadoes in Oklahoma. And I got to tell you, this week I'm kind of on a rant. I mean, here I came back. I cannot believe it's been 5 days since I got back, and it feels like forever. And I've really been on this great high, but just so excited about all the people I met, the new family that I can honestly say I will stay in touch with forever. And yet, I have to tell you, in the last 24 to 48 hours, I've been discouraged to hear about all of the politics going on with the volunteerism, with the different organizations that are out there. And, in this segment, what I want to talk about is the politics of giving. And I went in with my partner Lori and my team of girls and guys on Girls on a Mission, and we just wanted to give. We didn't want to be a part of the politics. And I've been shocked to hear about all of the political stances that people are taking. This is my area, or this is my group, or I'm getting, these people to come in under my umbrella, and these are my girls. And I've heard a lot of people sort of, bickering back and forth about who's responsible for what. And here's my thing. If we're all going to give, we're going to give because we want to be a part of somebody's life getting better, not to get the credit. And that's not what it should ever be about. I've heard for years that people will say when you go to give somebody money on the street, don't give it to them because they're just going to drink. Well, what are you giving for anyway? Because if you're not giving without judgment and without any strings, then there's no point in the gift that you're trying to give. And I think people get really twisted about what the role of giving is all about. And I think we all need a wake-up call, that giving is simply about reaching out to somebody in need and supplying them with what they need in that moment. So the person drinks. It's not my business. So you choose to go and take your wife out to dinner tonight. It's not my business. I think we're all caught up in who's doing what, with what, and the fact of the matter is, if you're going to give with strings, don't bother. It's about giving because you feel like it's the right thing to do as a human being. And I think we need to get our heads on straight. It's remarkable to me that there would be any name calling or mudslinging or even a reservation about giving anybody anything at all. So that's kind of my rant for the moment. But, I also wanted to talk about some of the other things that are going on out there that have me fired up right now too. After I got back from this trip, it was, of course, this, afterglow that occurs after you've just done something that's changed lives. And I was surprised to hear that everybody is caring about what Kim Kardashian and Kanye West named their child. Now, I was kind of late in the game in finding out what it was, and I'm still shocked that we care as much as we do. There are people that are living in your own community in a box that are hot and thirsty right now, and we're all ranting on Facebook about what somebody's naming their child. I mean, look, I wouldn't name my daughter North either, don't get me wrong. But on the flip side, who cares? It's none of my business. I'm just sort of blown away by that. I also watched another part of my rant for the day. I also watched last night a documentary called Here She Is. Highly recommend it. It's 20 minutes long, something you can find on YouTube, and it's very well done, and it's about plus-sized beauty pageants. And you follow these two beautiful women along their journey to receiving their crowns as the beauty pageant winners. And I was saddened to hear about how people are so cruel. I mean, I know it's out there. I'm not on any level unaware of how cruel people can be. But to listen to these two gals talk about, that they have to go to the grocery store and instead of just throwing on a pair of sweats to, go grab what they need, they have to do their hair and makeup because they know that if they go out in sweats like any other person, they're going to have people looking at them sideways saying that they don't take care of themselves and they're, look at those heavy women that don't take care of themselves. So to combat what other people think and say, how dare they, but anyway, say, they've got to get cleaned up and they have to make themselves look better. I started crying. I couldn't imagine that anyone would have to carry this kind of burden with them. And so I just recommend that all of you go out and watch this documentary. It'll shift your thinking, because beauty does come in all shapes and sizes, and how dare we have anything to say about anybody and what they look like, where they live, what size they are. I mean, it's just unbelievable to me. So to finish my rant for today, I have to talk about Paula Dean. And people are saying that Paula Dean shouldn't have been let go from the Food Network. And there's this big Yahoo News report that just came out within the hour saying that her fans are rallying in support of Paula Dean. Look, I'm all about free speech, but when your words don't unite and they don't bring people together, you're not fit to be the representative of one of the largest networks on television. And it's not about what she said to her husband in private. That's what she said on her apology video. What it's about is the fact that she and her son are being sued right now because they use the N-word, referring to dressing up little boys for this plantation-style wedding that she was going to put on, and we're even going to put these little N's in the clothing and garb that they used to wear back in the day when they were slaves on a plantation. I mean, come on, people. I'm going to say this. None of it matters. Really, none of it matters. And if we're all uniting and we're all loving each other for our differences, for what we bring to the table, simply because we're brothers and sisters, that's where our focus should be. Not on Kim Kardashian, and certainly not on whether or not the Food Network keeps somebody, but I still think they shouldn't. I think she should absolutely be gone. It's not as if with that empire she's going to struggle. Believe me, somebody's going to grab her. But Food Network is doing the right thing any way you slice it, because you don't have the right to call people the things that you do when you're in the public eye. It's just not right on any level. And it wasn't a joke. It wasn't about a jokey, I'm just kidding. And even if it was, it's crummy. It's shitty, It's just not right. So, all right, guys, I'm off my rant. I just had to sort of throw these things out there today. I kind of went around and around, but you kind of know where my head is, I was on this huge high, and then I come back, and I don't know. Today was just one of those days. So that's it. And next week I'll probably be back to my chipper self. Not that I'm not chipper, but, probably be back to my optimistic, positive views. And I actually much prefer that. But anyway, so guys, don't forget to get in touch with me if you want to talk, chat, give me some show ideas. I'd love to hear from you. You can find me at jenniferelise@ymail.com. You can also find me on Twitter at hostjenelise, and you can figure out how to spell all that in the comments below. And if you would like to follow this show, you want to make sure that you like and subscribe to Equality TV so you can get our great, videos and perspectives every single week. So that's it. Remember, one last thing I want to tell you: stay out of the politics. Who cares? It's none of your business. And I will say this: give without strings. That's what it's about. Okay, guys. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.